Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak in the Bag Show. Monday morning, June 25th, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Jimmy the Bag. Things are up and down. Let's start off with the ups. CFL, huh? You know I'm 10-0 in CFL.
10-0.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that. You don't listen to my picks. Yeah, I'm sitting right next to you. Listen to my picks.
No, I knew you were. I didn't realize you hit double digits already. That's incredible.
Yeah. Did you know I had Calgary first half in the Toronto game?
That was nice,
Yeah.
man. That was nice. The market moved in that direction. I had a couple of people message me saying I'm on stamps, and I was like, God. But a lot of things went terribly wrong for the Argos in that game.
Yes, they did. They definitely did.
I think the Stamps are going to be a difficult team to figure out moving forward because they're going to be huge favorites.
Yes.
And I'm very concerned about finding angles with them moving forward.
Absolutely. I started out 10-0, and if I had given my leans on the team totals, which is like, doubling up or tripling up, I'd be 14-0 because I like the team totals in all those games as well. But
10-0 is incredible, man.
10-0. 10-0. Do you think nobody notices? Nobody cares. That's okay. Nobody notices. Nobody cares.
They'll start noticing.
You think they'll start noticing?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. The only thing people notice with humanity, violence. That's what they know, and the threat of violence. That's what they notice. Excellent? Not so much. All right. But, WNBA, I did have a quadruple up on the Phoenix game. I tweeted it out.
Beautiful.
And, no, it was 4 losses.
Oh,
It was
shit,
a huge loss.
shit.
So I'm still up in WNBA, but had a bad weekend in WNBA. MLB, I'm below 40 units now, which 39 units, which is okay. There were a couple of wacky results that put me below 40 units, but that's okay. And of course, in the World Cup, we're chugging along this afternoon. We will have Team Bankroll in the studio, I believe. Are they? Are they? They're expected to be here.
Yeah.
So overall, ups and downs, which is how this sports betting thing goes. Jim, how are your ups and downs going?
Well, last week was the worst week I've ever had in one sport since I came down here, but I got about just under 6 units back on the weekend with just 2 bets.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that was nice. About like just a $1,200 weekend. 2-1 CFL, 2-0. With the Marlins on the run line, a lot of people saying, get off, stop doing it. It's just very not the sharpest thing for people to say when all you have to do is win one game and you win the series. You win 2 games and you dominate a series.
Yeah, I mean it's a big underdog line, so obviously there's going to be high volatility with that.
Do you know what did happen to me though? I've never had a move like this before in my life. I made the bet about 2 hours. The line went on Saturday went from plus 285 to plus 275. So I went in, I made the bet. Then the lineups came out, no bore, all right-handed batters, and the line moved against me bigger than I've ever had in my whole life. $1.15. I could have got plus 390 before the game started. It immediately went to plus 375, and then I could have got plus 390. And so I could have made $230 extra dollars. Yeah, on Saturday. I could have made $230 extra dollars. I could have got an extra 1.15 units.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it, but whatever. Hit it, took it, whatever.
I didn't catch that. All right. And then, of course, all right, so today we have a modest MLB card, and we do have 2 World Cup games coming up, 2 interesting ones, interesting situations. Did you look at those games at all, Jim?
The afternoon games?
Yeah.
I looked at every game.
In World Cup, I mean.
Oh, yeah. I'm hesitant, man. I did just cash that Uruguay future to win the group, which was pretty low hanging, really. But I'm hesitant to make moves. What I did this weekend was like, I'm not going to make any bets. I'm going to cap them, make the bet, and make the plays, but not bet them and see. And I would have lost. So I'm hesitant to make moves.
Okay,
forward.
Comments coming in, and then we will get into the handicapping for today. Ken Peacock says, I want to hunt down that ref in the Saudi Arabia game and cut off his balls. Now, why would he want to do that?
There was a late goal. I don't know what happened. You want to always leave a man with one testicle.
That's pretty
That's
harsh
the low bag
words
way.
there, Ken Peacock. Yeah, Teddy B says, Loshak, Jim, show me love. Bombers first half lock. Yes, that was a great call. And Jim, you were on that one as well. Yeah. And I will fully admit that that was one of my winners that I absolutely did not decide on until I saw the comment section and heard Jim's analysis of it. That was the one game that I was uncertain about. And but that's the way sports betting goes. If you're uncertain about that and you tail someone else or a bunch of other people and you bet it, you get the win as much as if it was your own handicapping. You know what I'm saying? So I get credit for a win like that. Let's see. Jay Ryan says, hey, everyone, let's have a strong week. Okay, let's do it.
Positivity, Jay Ryan. Anthony L saying you guys should start giving the best lines on Coors Field that aren't Bet365, since so many of us don't have access to it.
Yeah, is Bet365? Yeah, I guess the U.S. is...
It just beats... it's the only thing that Bet365 always beats.
Yes.
But that's an interesting point, Anthony L. We'll talk about that, but it makes sense, I guess.
Yes, let's see. Alonzo Shiver says Mets the best dog today. We will talk about that one. Cam Raphael says Spain -1.5 at +130. We'll definitely talk about that one. Whoa. Kobe Valentine says Mets far from the best dog today. Okay, we will. The Mets are. Well, we'll talk about that.
That might be partly because Kobe's loving these Marlins, who look like they're in a juicy spot, and that line is very interesting to me. +110 on the money line, and +265 -1.5.
Yes.
It's so funny when some games they're giving you $1.50, and like on the Pirates game, they're giving you 50 cents on the run line.
Yeah. No, and of course that has to do with the total as well. Games with lower totals will give you a lot more on the run line than games with the higher totals. But we'll talk to that one. Let's see. Other comments here. Coming in. Let's see. Justin Searcy, good morning, guys. Maxwell Smart says Nostra for president.
Nostra's just been straight fire.
Is he?
Yeah,
in MLB?
In everything. The guy,
really?
Yeah, we now call him Goatstra. He's now Goatstra. Man, he's just...
he had a good weekend in baseball?
In everything. Yeah, he had incredible. Yesterday, I believe he was up 9 units.
Really?
Yeah, there was one. I think he had one losing day over the weekend, but overall, just crushing it. He also just had Uruguay team total over 2.5, and they won 3-0. The guy's, and the guy's handing out all these plays to everybody. He's just he's handing out cash if you have your hands open and a smile on your face, man.
All right, I will start following him on Twitter.
Jeez, he's just a monster.
Because I had a slight losing day in MLB yesterday. I thought the Yankees and the Dodgers would be good bets. Well, the Dodgers did win in the second half, but the Yankees lost. Who did he have yesterday? I'll check who he had.
Yeah,
yesterday.
check. He had a giant day yesterday, and even on Saturday. I was in the dumps. I put in the Coors Field fade, and then the line went way against me, and the line actually went against him. He also went in at 275, which, but then what he does immediately when the line changes, he doubles up on the money line. Which ended up being +210. It went all the way up to 210.
Yeah.
So he's a monster. Carlos Parage saying the return of Edwin Jackson fade. I'm not sure it's quite that simple.
All right, well, let's get into it. MLB. I guess we can throw up the MLB record. I am up about pretty good. I had a losing weekend though.
Afraid to look.
Yeah. Hey, Johan, there you go. The MLB record. I'm up about 39 units, but I had a losing. I'm very curious to now know who Nostra Tota had on Sunday, because I had a few plays I thought were good.
He's all plus EV, all his plays are plus big plus dogs. He's always chasing dogs, and some dogs came through. I just remember I didn't look at everything when I was getting heavily intoxicated, but the Reds hit again, and the Reds covered again by 2 runs. There was some big stuff, man. Actually, a lot of the people that I was watching were cashing, and we got a great group of cappers here. Last week, if you don't count the weekend, Monday to Friday, I was sick and I was fighting to come in. And if I hadn't come in, I would have saved money and units. I believe I was down about 20 units in MLB.
Wow, really?
I'm 19 and something. Now, Saturday, Sunday, I got 6 back. But God, it was just awful. And thank God for the Coors Field fade. Thank God for Nostra, man. I seriously, if I was down 30 units right now, man, I might have shown up to work today. I might have. I might not have. I might be over with fucking Spidey, ready to try heroin for the first time. It was awful. So thank God for the fucking Coors Field fade. And thank God for those. Thank God for these cappers on the chat, man.
Well, he's got my vote. Yeah, that Cubs game was crazy. I thought that the line there was just talking about that Cubs move on Sunday. People who follow me on Twitter know I took the Cubs -1. I took them at the late line, so I got the best line. There was a 25-cent line move in favor of Cincinnati, and I thought, what the hell is going on here? I did take the Cubs, of course. The Cubs got up big, and then they gave up 7 runs in the bottom of the 6th. I'm like, these sharp guys, how did they know that? How did they know that was going to happen? Is it that are they playing the percentages, or did they really know that the Cubs bullpen was in a terrible way for that?
Cubs bullpen does look dicey. Joe D picked up 4,300 yesterday at Churchill and Belmont. Incredible work, Joe D. Very job.
Nice. Very nice. All right, so let's get into it. MLB, we have 2 afternoon games, Oakland and Detroit, and the Angels against KC. Another massive move in favor of KC. Now, I wonder why that would be. A 33-cent move. It opened in the +180s. Now it's down into the +150s. 30-cent move for KC. I was
Strange.
going to give the Angels on the second half as a no-brainer play. Of course, the pitching matchup here is Skaggs against Keller. Skaggs has been awesome. Then he went on the DL, but it was for a hamstring injury. All signs are that he's fine and good to go. So now maybe he'll be even stronger because he's had 10 days of rest between his last start and this start. And yet we're seeing a massive line move in favor of KC, which I guess does make a little bit of sense since they're such a huge underdog. But it's in June. What are they, like 3-17 or something like that? They did recently cash as a plus 300 road dog at Houston, right? Which is which helps them a little bit, but still they're having a terrible June. Skaggs is pitching great. What's up with this line move? What's up with this game?
Strange line move, but KC did look very good all series against the Astros. I was impressed how they played. I guess people question Keller. He allows very few hits. But 16 walks and 41 innings is the reason why his WHIP is 1.34. ERA, nice, 2.63. But Skaggs in June has been a monster. 3-0, 0.45 ERA. Angels are 6-0 against the Royals this season. The line move is strange. Royals hitting 239, 667 OPS. Angels hitting 248, 741 OPS. Yeah, it's very strange. Alonzo Shivers not concerned. Either Scotty Rock full game Angels and first five Angels. Alonzo Shivers Angels first five and run line. Tormore says Skaggs look good, but he's not a pitcher I think you can make money with long term at minus 160. I think you're right there. Justin Searcy said Angels is the play. It has the value. I need a line under minus 150. Kobe likes the Angels on the run line.
All right. Well, I'm going to take the Angels on the second half, which is minus 150 right now at Bookmaker. I'm going to take the Angels on the second half right now. Yeah. Keller has been, okay, serviceable, not really with great peripherals, but more often than not getting the job done roughly. Actually, it just jumped and all right. So I'm going to take the Pinnacle, the Heritage line at minus 160. Use up to the second lines here. I just refreshed the page. So I'm going to take the Angels on the second half minus 160, not minus 150. You see what I'm saying? Integrity. Nobody notices. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
No, they do.
They don't give a
do.
shit. If you succeed in life with integrity, it's in spite of it, not because of it. But okay, I'm going to take the Angels second half minus 160, and an interest. I mean, the line move from a lines perspective makes sense. I can see the sharp guys loving Casey, or not loving, but seeing value with Casey as a huge dog. But from from just looking at the names on the roster perspective, it definitely makes you nervous, doesn't it? But a lot of our commenters not caring.
Not caring. Yeah, it's strange. It's a strange spot. Marco Lou is calling you Pete Integrity Loshak.
All right, a few people. Sure, a few
Mr.
people.
Gokster says, Pete, I care.
All right.
Mr. Gokster cares. And we'll see him in Vegas.
Yes, that's right. We'll see you in Vegas, Mr. Gokster. Well, a lot of our commenters liking the Angels here. Jay Sandercock, Angels money line. Ken Peacock says Angels were brutal yesterday. Let's see. Other comments here. Darryl Lyles, I'm on the Angels. Tom Marino says the Angels have seen Keller as well. Scotty Rock forever likes the Angels on the first five. Alonzo Shivers likes the Angels on the first five and run line. Kobe Valentine likes the Angels minus 1.5. So all the usual suspects and the usual suspects we might think would come in here and say they like KC have not.
Ed Rush says, I care, Loshak.
Nah, all right. A few people here, or they say they care. All right, so let's move on, Jim. I'm taking the Angels, second half minus 160. I'm leaning Angels minus 1 here as well, but I don't know if I want to go against this line move. Then we got Oakland and Detroit, the return of Edwin Jackson, right? He was a guy who, for the most part, was fadeable his whole career. In this spot, though, maybe not. What's your take on this game, Jim?
I just don't want to make a simple move looking at the names of the starting pitchers.
Sure.
Which is something that I would have done last year.
Yeah.
Last year, I would have just automatically taken the over. Especially when Edwin got off to a good start, I was like, man, I'm going to start fading him hard, and it worked. Tigers have won 5 straight. Edwin Jackson comes up from AAA to tie the Major League record, 13th Major League team. There's a reason why he gets dumped, and there's a reason why he keeps getting picked up. He's serviceable.
Yeah, he also has, good stuff, but it's just inconsistent.
Yeah, and his arm gets tired.
Yes.
So after like 10 or so starts, there's fatigue and he's easy to fade. He started 13 games for Washington last year, posting 5-6 record, 5.07 ERA. Pitched for Syracuse and Nashville. When he saw that he wasn't going to get brought up by the Nats, he asked for his outright release, and he was pitching fine. If you put those numbers together, He's 4-3 with a 3.53 ERA, 1.30 WHIP. That's fine. Faced Detroit 15 times, 3.36 ERA, looked good. Zimmerman, a stint because of that shoulder impingement on the DL. Gave up 4 runs and 3 earned in 5 innings against the White Sox. You know, I think that I just don't want to make a simple decision here. Simply put, the over would be the play, but the wind is sideways, and the line initially was going down. The total was going down. Is it still going down?
You mean the line for the total? For the total is the total is headed down just a little bit, still 9.5. The other thing is that Oakland's numbers against righties are much better than lefties. Detroit's numbers against righties are much worse than lefties. So maybe the no-brainer here would be Oakland on the first 5 innings, but I think I'm going to pass on it.
I think that you are probably right. And the A's have that major league record with consecutive home runs hit on the road. I believe it's at 25. I think maybe you're right. I think maybe Anthony L says the game's just a giant meh.
Yeah.
I get it. Not applicable says fade game.
Mr. Gokster likes Oakland on the second half. Okay.
And Moustakas is out for KC. Did you know that? When I didn't realize that for the Angels-Royals game.
No, I didn't realize that. But okay, and the line is still moved in their favor.
That's strange.
Amazing. Yes, amazing. Someone knows something, Jimmy the Bag. Someone knows something. Maybe it's that Skaggs going to get crushed.
That's strange, man. Now without Moustakas, Skaggs is just crushing it.
And Kobe Valentine says, I don't like that. Now I'm seeing over 80% of the bets on the Angels, which makes sense. But the line is moving the line's moving in the Angels' favor. Is the line moving in the Angels' favor? Let me see. From opening, it's moving in the in KC's favor, but let me see if maybe the recent line moves were in.
Probably they see Moose isn't in the lineup.
Yeah, let me pull that one up. A small, about a 10-cent move in the Angels' favor over the past. Since the overnight.
Yeah, the KC Royals game is so strange. The line movement is just strange. This A's Tigers game, these are crafty vets, and I just don't want to simplify things.
Alonzo Shiver says fade A's until the next series. That's what I was thinking as well. Oakland is they're coming off a nice sweep, right? A huge sweep. Their bats have been huge. And once again, now I'm not saying that this is going to maintain going forward, but Detroit is by far the best team in baseball in terms of ROI at home, by far, 30% at home. So I'm going to pass on that one. All right, let's move on. It's Felix Hernandez Day.
Yes, it is.
Felix Hernandez, 3 starts out of his last 4 have been quite good.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Cashner came back, had a rain-shortened start that was pretty decent. This is another tough one, Jim.
This is another tough one. Game time 81 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in, just not too strong. Seattle has gone 1-5 on this road trip, but they've played better than that 1-5 record indicates. Jean Segura has been out with this infection to his right forearm. They're hoping to have him back today, but that's not guaranteed. Hernandez, 6-6, 5.14 ERA, 1.37 WHIP. Always pitched well against the Orioles in his career, 3.30 ERA. Cashner did look good in his last start, but his numbers are still bad, 4.72 ERA, 1.64 WHIP. 2-4, 4.04 ERA versus the Mariners in his career. Mariners 259, 742 OPS. Orioles are still just hitting poorly, 227, 673 OPS. But the Orioles have shown a little life. They've shown a little bit of life in the last week or so. I can understand people wanting to stay away from them.
I jumped on the Orioles on the opening line. I didn't know if I was going to take the team totals or whatever, but the line has moved about 20 cents since opening. I didn't get the opener at 134, but I got plus 120. Now it's down to about plus 112 at Pinnacle. Tempting to take the old Felix Hernandez first 5 innings team total over fade. Baltimore 2 minus 141. Their bats have woken up a little bit, but it's just what to expect from Felix here. He might have another strong start. Why not? Why would
Young Vaughn saying Seattle play of the day. Shiver saying contract year for Felix. Have we already made it to his contract year? Jesus. I thought when he signed that contract, I was like, man, we'll have him in there in the Northwest for the rest of his life. These first 3 games, I just didn't feel very confident in an angle or an edge, and wanted to talk it out and hear what people had to say. Anthony L. using lots of different ways to explain his dislike for the Orioles. This time he says, if you bet the Orioles, you hate money. Right. I get what he's saying, man. I get what he's saying, but I just think this team is better than their record and will be. If Britton can start pitching better. Jim Bean says Baltimore play of the day. Mm-hmm. What line did you get when you?
I got plus 120, which is not a great line, but better than what it is now. The opener was like plus 134. Tom Reno says Hernandez pitched well against the Yankees, but I don't see him being as focused as Baltimore as he was against a top team like the Yankees. And also Felix, in his career, has always pitched well against in the new Yankee Stadium, and we thought that might not be in play with his diminished stuff now, but it was. He's just had a great career at the new Yankee Stadium. His numbers continue to be great. Tom Reno Tomor thinking that the Yankees, that the Orioles might be a decent play here, at least to hit Hernandez, if not to win. Kobe Valentine says, I'm officially off the Angels. Pete has scared me. Look, I don't know. I'm not going to take it. I'm taking the Angels on the second half. He's onto something. Something is fishy. Baltimore minus 1.5 is a play I am on for sure, though.
Yeah, what is the total? 9.5?
In the Baltimore game. Yeah, I was, tough card today. But I thought Sunday was tough, and obviously it wasn't. Nostratota identified lots of plays. So he just mostly identifies underdogs with value, right? Yeah. Is that what he does in baseball?
Reverses him. So he can have days where he goes 3 and 6.
Right.
3 for 9, 3 and 6, and still be up 2 units.
So he does a lot of reverse run lines? Yeah. I hear that. I feel that. All right, so I guess the Seattle-Baltimore game, we will, of course, be back at 6 o'clock Eastern time. The only 2 MLB games we won't have a second chance at, Jim, are the Oakland and Detroit and the LA Angels KC games. The other games, all go at 7 o'clock or later, so we can make our decisions then and maybe look at more line moves that don't make sense to us and scratch our heads more and then make our decisions at 6 o'clock.
There are some plays I like, so let's just keep rolling through,
Let's go. Well, let's talk about, all right, here, let's say one play that I like. I bet the under in the Pittsburgh Mets game, Tyone against Lugo. Lugo's had a couple of bad starts in a row, but they were forgivable, right? At Coors, at Arizona. Before that, he was pitching pretty well at home, and Pittsburgh is struggling offensively almost as much as the Mets are, I think, and it's kind of like an obvious thing to do, but I took it at 7.5 on the overnight line. I hope it's still available at 7.5 because I didn't tweet it out. Still 7.5, down about 10 cents, but no-brainer play. Is that stupid?
No, it's not stupid, and the market was agreeing with you before. When I woke up this morning, it was juiced more to the under. Mm-hmm. And I thought that there was value to the over just because you were getting plus 107s, plus 110s. That's gone. Mm-hmm. I can understand this. I think there's something. I think Lugo is being figured out. Mm-hmm. I think he was looking good out of the bullpen, and the times have changed. These are the 2 worst teams in the month of June. New York 4-17, Pittsburgh 7-14, both coming off being swept. In the last 34 games, Pirates have won just 10, scored 123 runs, fewest in the NL, 4th fewest in the majors. Tyone 4-6, 4.03 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. Tyone 1-0, 1.93 ERA in 2 career starts against the Mets. Lugo has given up 8 earned, 11 runs over his last 8 innings, 13 straight scoreless before that. Mm-hmm. So what are we getting from him? The Mets are actually starting to hit a little bit better. Still 233, 695 OPS. Pirates numbers just continually go down and down and down. But in saying that, I feel like this is a nice spot for the Pirates, man.
Well, Preving says Lugo is good. I'm leaning Pirates, everyone. I'm going to take the under at 7.5 minus 115. I'm also going to take the second half under 3.5 minus 145. So I'm going to take unders there 2 ways. Tom Reno says I don't trust Tyone. He's been very inconsistent, and the Mets are starting to hit now that they're getting healthier.
They are starting to hit, but I just think there's a big pitching advantage here. Is it wrong to think there's a big pitching advantage here for the Pirates?
I don't know. Let's see. Preving doesn't think so. He says Lugo is good. Jim Bean says Lugo is good. Let's see. What else do we have
Isan Solvagari says Pittsburgh's hitting like garbage right now. I lean Mets. They were competitive against the Dodgers. My man Jeff Arp in the house. Nice to have you, Jeff. Thanks for joining us. Mets are hitting because they couldn't get any worse, says Anthony L. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Pirates are the play here. To me, Lugo is Lugo. There's a reason why he wasn't in the starting rotation. I guess the Mets did have a real nice starting rotation when the season started.
No, I agree. I think that Lugo is mediocre at best. Anthony L says Pirates are starting to fall off a bit.
I'm leaning toward. I was going to take the Pirates here. I thought there'd be more people believing in that play.
Sean Robertson, a guy who follows college baseball, says Oregon State parlayed with Pirates' first 5. So he's agreeing with you. He likes the Pirates' first 5. Also liking Oregon State. All right, Jim.
Mr. Gokster saying nice shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah, man.
Yes.
I need to get my shit together. I need to start winning like the legend Loshak. So I'm
You
wearing
know,
a Loshak shirt.
I need to start winning like the legend Nostratoda is what I need to start doing.
We all have to start doing
we
that.
all need to start doing that. All right, I'm taking the Mets under 7.5 minus 115 in the second half under 3.5 minus 145. Jimmy the Bag, what would you like to add onto your card today?
I would like to take the Pirates here. Tormerson, I think Tynon's better than Lugo, but he's not in great form right now. I would like to take the Pirates. I'm not going to make this move at this point. Don Ricci, who's in New York, says Lugo's been pitching a lot better. He's a fly ball pitcher. That's why he got lit up in Colorado. I hear that. I'm gonna wait on this.
Okay. What other plays would you like to give, if any, or games that you would like to highlight? It is the return of Shelby Miller, who used to be maybe the greatest auto fade in all of baseball for a small period of time. We have Happ against Verlander, an interesting matchup there. The Chicago Cubs-Dodgers game I didn't look at because it was a pitching change, Underwood, so I have no opinion on that one. We have the Yankees against Philly. Some injuries now for the Yankees lineup, right? A couple of, they still have a very strong lineup, but some injuries now, and for the Yankees. And then we have Snell, who is going up against Gonzalez. Snell has, you remember, in the beginning of his career, he had major control issues, and everyone was like, if he figures out his control issues, he will be an ace. That did happen. Last two starts, the control issues have popped up again. Is that a 1 or 2 game thing, or is that indicative of some problems in the future that we should expect from Snell?
I'm not a believer in Gonzalez, so I think the Rays have a nice advantage here. Nationals are in a very bad travel situation. I'm going to jump on the Rays here. I just don't know if I'm going to take a money line or run line right at this point. I want to talk it out. They were on the field till after midnight. Then they needed to fly to Florida for a 2-game stopover. I know a couple categories that are taking the unders against teams who are off that Sunday night game. Nats have won 3 of 12. Rays have won 5 of 7. Best ERA in baseball since May 19th. They're the real deal, it looks like. Gonzalez is a guy I like to fade. 6-4, 3.08 ERA, 1.35 whip through 84 2/3. Has no wins in his last 4 starts. ERA's jumped up from 2.10 to 3.08. In his career against the Rays, he's 5.54 ERA, but he's only faced them once since 2012, so you can probably put a line for that. Snell, 9-4, 2.48 ERA, 1.06 whip. The Rays hit lefties much better than the Nationals, 253, 724 OPS in comparison to 237, 702 OPS. I want, Isan Sofagari says Tampa Bay first 5 is gold. Anthony L says Rays first 5 with Snell is an auto bet.
Yes, Isan Sofagari likes Tampa Bay first 5. Anthony L. Ray's first 5 with Snell is an auto bet despite his control issues. I don't want to overreact to just 2 games, but it was 2 games, and his last game was a little bit eye-popping, right? Eye-opening, 7 walks, right?
Yeah, Wolverine's saying that the Rays bullpen is hurting. Do you think because of the overuse they're hurting? I mean, this bullpen everything looks good to me right now with what the Rays are doing. Do you see them as being a?
No, I have no opinion as of right now on the Rays bullpen, but I should look into it. I'm going to. Let's see. Kobe Valentine says lots of stats and trends point to Baltimore. Okay. Stats and trends. Kobe Valentine has more than just gut feel. Excellent. Yes, I bet Baltimore. I hope you're right. Let's see. What else do we have here, Jim?
Well, I'm going to make a play here. What is the difference between the money line and run line full game here?
Full game money line for Tampa Bay would be in the minus 120s. We give you minus 120. Run line Tampa Bay would be plus 183.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take the run line here, but I will double up. I will take the Rays first 5 in the Rays full game.
Money lines.
Yeah.
All right, so the full game for the Rays will be Tampa Bay money line minus 120, and that's at the Greek and a few other places. And the run line,
is it worse than 120?
The money line of the first 5.
Yeah, it probably is.
I'm assuming it's a little 130. I can check Pinnacle for you right now. I'm seeing minus 130. Check the first 5 for Tampa Bay. Check the first 5 for Tampa Bay. Minus 126 we could give you.
Okay, I'll take that. No, Young Vaughn says they just swept the Yanks. Time to fade the Rays. What do you think about that?
It could be. I'm more concerned about Snell here. This game I'm staying off of. This game I'm staying way off of. It definitely makes me uncomfortable and nervous. But I'm certainly probably Nostradamus has a great angle on this one, and I'm just not seeing it. But I'm staying off it.
Oh shit! It's Mr. Gokster's birthday.
Is it really?
Oh shit! Stop everything!
Okay.
Stop everything!
All right.
Can you give our pal Mr. Gokster a real nice birthday shout out?
Yes, Mr. Gokster, a birthday shout, a little piece of birthday advice advice to you, Mr. Gokster. Drop the integrity. Lose it. Lose it. It will only hurt you in the future, Mr. Gokster. It's 2018. Mr. Gokster says he notices and appreciates my integrity. I'm saying back to you, Mr. Gokster, get with the program. It's 2018. 2018. Integrity, down in the dumps in 2018.
Okay, now pick it up. Pick it up at the end. Then we're going to pick it up.
Now we're going to pick it up. Mr. Gokster, what can I say? You are an awesome human being. I'm told you have an awesome physical appearance, which is an important thing in life, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I thought Mr. Gokster was going to be 40. I was surprised he was 24 with a pencil-thin mustache.
Is he only 24?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Mr. Gokster, you have a wonderful life ahead of you. You're going to live to see the...
he's probably turning 25 today, though, I believe.
Is he really?
If I remember correctly, I don't know. But I thought he was 24 when we were young.
You're going to live to see the singularity and the fallout from that. You're going to live to see the end result of the global warming predictions and everything. You've got a great life ahead of you, Mr. Gokster. I don't know what else to say,
no,
Jim.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm a little bit off my game today, Jim.
No,
I didn't have any coffee.
Not at all. Back to this capping this Rays situation. Remember the last time the Nats had a bad travel day? Scherzer said on the plane we're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that is in my head. Yeah, Mr. Gokster's 25 now. This is a terrible travel spot for them. Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They were on the field after midnight. It's not like they're getting an hour back. I'm going to stick with the play. I'm taking the Rays first 5 and Rays full game.
Yeah, sometimes the birthday speeches do have to do with whatever is just infecting my mind and has nothing to do with the birthday. But Mr. Gokster, we love you. There's some people where you don't even have to tell them you love them because they know it. And I feel like Mr. Gokster is one of those
Gokster
people.
Knows it, yeah,
so that was a nice little birthday shout out, right? Some people you just don't even have to say it, right? All right, Jim. What else do you want to?
The Marlins. I want to.
So wait, are you on Tampa first half or not? Okay, so minus 126. That's at Pinnacle. First 5 innings, minus 126. All right, so the Marlins game. Yeah, what do you want to do here?
Well, I find that the value difference is so enormous from the money line to the run line. I'm just going to make sure if it's $1.50 difference. Now, Nostra was saying, if the roof's open, that's a definite. And I think it's probably too humid today for the roof.
Yes, I was looking at this. My assumption is it'll be closed, but you never know. I haven't checked for sure what the report is, and I will check. But my assumption is that it will be closed.
Now, Eovaldi came back from his Tommy John and threw that beauty in Game 1. Is it possible that Shelby Miller could do that? He made 4 starts in the high A and double A. First, he did extended spring training for 4 starts, then 4 starts in the high A and double A, 19 in the third, 4.66 ERA, 1.35 whip, 28 Ks to 6 walks, and it's tough to say what he's going to give you. I mean, obviously, the D-backs are 16-6 in June, 3-0 against the Marlins this year. Marlins are 11-11 in June, just finished off a nice 5-4 road trip. Straley has not looked good. Faced Arizona earlier this year, allowing 1 run in 4 1/3 innings. And most recent start, he lasted just 1 1/3 before he was ejected.
Yeah, this game is tough because Straley's also he was ejected, so maybe there will be some psychological issue that'll make him pitch better here. This is a really tough game, Jim. You want to make a play on it? I was thinking about Arizona's second half and second half under, if anything.
I want the Marlins. I just when you see $1.50 difference from the money line to the run line, I mean, I get excited. Is that
on the alternative run line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I guess that would make sense because you're looking at Bet365. You're also looking at a home team. Home teams will get will get extra cents for an alternative run line or any run line. Let me see. What are you seeing for the run line for?
It was plus 265.
I'm seeing plus 275.
Jesus.
Here, let me just refresh Bet365 here. Yeah, I'm leaning second half under. I'm leaning Miami on the second half line as well. I'm sorry, Arizona on the second half line as well. What's your take on Miami's lineup right now? Are they getting stronger? Are they getting better? Or are they still?
I've been extremely impressed at the quality at bats that they were getting. Now, obviously, they were in Colorado. I watched both those games this weekend, and I just Real Muto is maybe the best offensive catcher in the league this year, and is playing like it. They're getting such big at bats from Anderson, and they're 1-4 right now is actually a tough lineup to get through. I'm very impressed at the way that they're battling. Maxwell Smart says, I'm on the D-backs. Mally Mal, Miami to score first. Paulie D says, Dietrich and Real Muto are out. Dietrich's now batting like 308 or something. They're playing well. Todd Raymond likes the over in that game. Scotty Rock forever on first 5 Diamondbacks as well.
Tom Marino says, Arizona just saw Straley, and he's horrible against lefties. Miller was horrible in rehab starts. I think it's a coin flip game. Arizona is hitting right now.
They are. They are. They are. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with this Marlins game at this point. I'm not going to force a decision at this point, but I'd like to make a move on the Marlins.
All right, I will make one play on this one. I will take the second half under 3.5 minus 130. I'm going to take the Miami second half under 3.5 minus 130, and I'm also thinking about taking a shot with Arizona on the second half as well. All right, Jim, let's keep a brisk pace. What else do we want to talk about? A lot of games we haven't gotten to. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Reds, Braves, Molly, Fulton-Avich. Game time, 82 Fahrenheit, wind blowing out softly. Reds are on a tear, man.
Yeah.
1-7 straight, 10 of 11, just swept the Cubs in a 4-game series. Fulton-Avich back on the mound after spending 10 days on the DL with right tricep tightness. That's a problem, man, but it was the shortest possible stint on the DL, and we've seen the pitchers who have been on the DL for that shortest possible stint come out pitching well. Now, we are talking about Cashner with the back injury. We're not talking about a lot of arm injuries.
Yeah.
He's made 14 starts this inning and looked incredible. 2 or fewer earned runs in 13 of them. 4 scoreless starts, 4th in the NL in ERA. 4 career starts against the Reds, 1-0, 2.31 ERA. Molly's looking great too, 3-0, 1.61 ERA over the last 4 starts. Won all 4 of his starts in June, has allowed 4 runs his last 22 and a third. This is a difficult spot, not applicable on the Reds' money line.
Yeah, I'm admitting that I'm scared now of fading the Reds. I did that. I thought I had a good spot with the Cubs. Then when they went up by 5, I was like, wow, I knew it. And then look what happened. And Fulton-Avich, of course, was great before the injury. Why would we not expect him to be great again here?
You're right. I mean, the only worry would just be that it's an arm injury. That'd be the only concern. But spending the minimum should just quell those thoughts.
Yeah. All right. Other games that you want to discuss, Jimmy the Bag?
I love the way Hamels is throwing, but I don't want to just take the Rangers here expecting Lucchesi to pitch terrible. Rangers are big favorites here. You'd have to probably take them on the run line or be creative with how you wanted to bet the game. Game time temp 94 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing in strongly, but we know that doesn't matter that much in Arlington. Texas season high 7-game winning streak snapped, but still playing very well. Lucchesi's been great all year, and then he had that terrible start, which I was on him too, which sucked. Just made it through 1 1/3 and allowed 4 runs against Oakland. Hamels 4-6, 3.41 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. Gone 3-3 with a 2.81 ERA in his last 10 starts. ERA's lowered from 4.76 to 3.41. 6+ innings and 8 pass starts. He's pitching very well. Allowed just 1 earned run in 13 innings his last 2 starts. Now, Padres are hitting just 233, 686 OPS versus lefties. I'm sure their offense will start improving now that Will Myers is back. And it looks like Manuel Margot is starting to hit. Rangers are hitting 246, 736 OPS versus lefties.
Yeah, big line move, market move from opening in favor of San Diego. It opened at plus 152, now down to plus 123 at Pinnacle.
Wow.
So a 30-cent move in favor of San Diego from the opener. Yeah, this one I'm going to pass on this one as well, or at least for now. Maybe in the 6 o'clock show we'll give a play on this one, but as of right now, I'm going to pass on this one. We have to talk about Yankees and Philly. The Yankees now have a couple injuries from their awesome lineup. Loaiziga against Velasquez, and Velasquez, we know what we're going to get from him, right? Usually a lot of strikeouts. Sometimes he gets hit pretty hard, and but more often than not, he's okay, but not great. And then Loaiziga, I think, is going to regress at some point pretty hard, right?
Yeah.
So what's your take on this one, Jim?
Well, my initial take is that I could see offense. Now, the wind doesn't help. It's blowing in at a decent rate. Yanks have lost 3 straight. Phillies have won 4 consecutive series, won 9 of 13. Loaiziga has looked okay, but I think he's going to get touched. 23-year-old looked good in his debut, 5 scoreless, but tougher time in the second start against the Mariners. Now, Mariners are a tough team offensively, allowed 3 runs, 6 hits, so that wasn't too bad, but he only got through 3 2/3. Velasquez, 5-7, 4.82 ERA. You say you know what you're going to get with Velasquez. We're talking about strikeout total. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, you know what to expect from him, meaning like you know what the percentages are. There's this percentage that he has this kind of start, that percentage that he has that kind of start. Yeah, this is a tough one, and also the old no-brainer play on the Yankees second half might not be in play here because the Philly pen has been great as well. The Philly pen, statistically, according to my numbers, has been as good as the Yankees pen over the last 30 days. So I wouldn't necessarily want to take the Yankees on the second half here. Maybe a shot with the second half under, but this is a tricky one. I could easily see some sharp people like in Philly here, but the line movement doesn't indicate that money has come in yet. I could see this being like a Nostra-Toto play, couldn't you? Philly.
Well,
maybe.
I don't want to really guess what goes draws up.
But
to
it's so fun.
It's
so fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tomarino Tomar says, I'm on Philadelphia. Velasquez has pitched well, and the Phillies are hitting right now. Herrera and Hoskins are on fire. Phillies have been strong at home. Yes, the Phillies have also been a great team at home, although, of course, the Yankees, even with the injuries, are a scary thing to bet against. Mally Mal says, Philly too strong at home. Mr. Gokster likes the over in the Phillies-Yankees game, and Young Vaughn likes the Yanks game under. Mally Mal leans Philly.
See, I think these guys are going to get hit. If the weather was a little different, I would jump all over it on the total, going over. But and I know Sanchez being out, I mean, he's still a tougher out, I guess. 41 RBIs and like 14 homers, but he's batting, below the Mendoza line. Wow. Small Dick Donnie joining us. Man, nice to have the different sized dicks.
Very nice. Small Dick Donnie. Shout out. Stop the show at King Rail's a fucking beast. Followed him all weekend, up $1,700 on Friday, spent that Saturday, and made another $2,300 yesterday.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. I'm assuming he's talking about WNBA, but maybe, very nice. Small Dick Donnie shouting out King Rail. We'll shout out King Rail as well at King Rail. All right, Jimmy the Bag, what else do you want to discuss here?
Well, in this line's moving, the total's moving down to 8.5. Do you think that's weather related?
The Yankees game?
Yeah, do you think that's just because of weather?
Yeah, it's I mean, we'll see. It's still 9 at Bet365, but yes, a pretty clear, modest market move in favor of the under here in Philly Yankees. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm not going to push plays right now and just try to. God, it was such a bad week last week.
Yeah, I'm not going to push plays either. I'm feeling a little bit unsteady right now in MLB, less confident than I was a couple weeks ago. So I'm just gonna take the plays that I'm definitely, I'm not gonna give my leans. I was giving my leans before. Now I'm not gonna give my leans. Let's move on, Jim. What else did we not?
Jays Astros, exciting spot.
Yeah.
So I do know, running with Nos, that it's a fade Verlander day, which is ballsy.
Well, people have been talking about it for a while, haven't they?
Well, it started with him.
Did it? Really?
Oh, yeah. He was the. I mean, 3 or 4 starts ago, he still had great numbers, but he was hitting the ball very hard. He was getting hit very hard. Excuse me. Hap 9-3, 3.56 ERA. He's pitching great right now. Always pitched well against Houston. 4-2, 3.33 ERA, but 5-0, 2.35 ERA, 46 Ks in 46 innings during his last 7 starts. Verlander 9-2, 1.60 ERA, 0.78 WHIP. Incredible numbers still. On his way to a Cy. But 3-5, 4.67 ERA, and 12 career starts against the Jays. Jays are hitting 237, 733 OPS. The Astros are just smashing lefties. 276, 794 OPS. Will they be able to keep that up against a very tough lefty in Hap? No, I say tough lefty because of how he's pitching lately. Not generally speaking, a very tough lefty. Kobe Valentine says Jays 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, looking over Justin Verlander's, recent game log. Yeah, last start was fine. I mean, it was at home against Tampa Bay. They can be shut down. So the big blow-ups that some people are expecting from Verlander have not happened yet, but maybe they're about to.
Paulie D says all the Jays hitters beat on Verlander. Todd Raymond says fading Verlander versus Hap, very interesting. Henry Jenkins on Jays money line and reverse line. Jenkins, Henry going all in. Very interesting. What would you get? I'm not going to make a move at this point. What would you get on the Jays right now?
And maybe the over at 7 might be worth a shot. The over, the -1.5 at Bet365 plus 400.
Well, this was the main reason this team, the Astros, that I got destroyed last week. I just couldn't figure out. I kept going on overs and doubling up and just getting destroyed. Yeah. It was just terrible.
I feel you. I hear you, Jim.
And Astros at home believing that they can put up numbers when they just haven't been. It was just goddamn awful. Mally Mal says Houston is dangerous today. Mainly play this way on the Jays. This is a tough spot. SM says, why would anyone wager against the Astros?
Well, it wouldn't be. It's mostly a wager against Verlander being overvalued. I mean, they are going to lose their games, I'm gonna hold off on that one as well. I was thinking with maybe a shot with the over as well, which right now would just be 7. It is down to
Anthony L says the best bet is Jay's first 5 team total over. Is that a 1?
Jay's first 5 team total over. Let's check it. Let's check it right now at Pinnacle. I'm looking at Pinnacle right now. No, 1.5 plus 126. 1.5 plus 126.
Yeah, I get it. I get Anthony L. That's a tough spot. I'm going to work on that game today. Indians-Cardinals is an interesting spot. A lot of Cardinals fans are surprised that John Grant's getting the start. They have some studs in their AAA and even AA studs that we're expecting to call up, but it's going to Grant against Clevenger. Game time, 84 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in pretty strongly. Indians have won 7 straight. We're finally seeing the Indians team that we thought we were going to see earlier in the year. Clevenger pitching well, has lasted at least 6 innings and 5 straight starts. 10 strikeouts Tuesday night in 7 2/3 against a weak hitting White Sox team. Grant, 1-2, 4.39 ERA, 1.20 WHIP through 26 2/3, 28 Ks, 9 walks. Lasted 5 1/3 against Pittsburgh on May 25th. Did lose 8-1. Indians hitting hard right now. 256, 769 OPS. Cards are hitting 240, 709 OPS. Anthony Al likes the under here. Mele Pelesway says on them Indians. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don Ricci, Jays, another under team on the road. What are you thinking here with the Indians-Cardinals?
I am going to pass on this game for now. I'm going to revisit this one later on and make a decision in the 6 o'clock show if I want to. So far, Jimmy the Bag, only 2 picks, right?
Yep.
Doubling up on Tampa Bay. First 5 innings, minus 126, and the full game, minus 120. I've given a few plays. Angels second half, minus 160. I don't like the line move, but, I'll take a shot with the Angels second half. Once again, I've been pretty much auto-fading Casey on the second halves, both at home and on the road, and that has definitely paid off pretty well. Overall, not necessarily, that doesn't necessarily mean that this game is another spot for that, though, but I'm taking it. The Mets under 7.5, and the second half under 3.5, minus 145, and Miami on the second half under 3.5, minus 130. Plays I'm thinking about taking a shot with Philly, thinking about throwing on Baltimore, which I did bet. That's definitely a lean, and thinking about taking Arizona on the second half money line as well, and that's about it. Thinking about fading Verlander, thinking about taking Baltimore to hit Hernandez with the first 5 innings, team total over 2. Those are just things I'm thinking about right now, Jim.
Yeah, I'm thinking very seriously about the Marlins and how I want to handle that. I still like the Pirates, but I want to spend a little bit more time on that. Make sure that Lugo was.
Can they hear this fucking drilling? Can you guys hear this drilling? This is unbelievable. Can you hear this, Jim?
Of course I can hear
it. There's super loud drilling going on right now. It's very, very distracting. I don't know if it's coming through on the microphones, but
I don't know either. But let's just keep rolling.
Yeah, let's just keep rolling. My guess is that the drilling is intended to make us look bad, but that the people on the show can't hear it. But all right, so let's see. Let's just read some comments.
We just have the Cubs-Dodgers game to get to before we.
I didn't look at that because there was no overnight line. If you want to talk about that, go ahead.
Well, Dwayne Underwood is the question. What are we going to get from Dwayne Underwood? Because I've been watching Kenta Maeda starts and they're bad. His last 2 starts are bad. I want to fade Kenta Maeda, but what are we going to get from Dwayne Underwood? I tried to get enough information on Underwood. 23 years old, making MLB debut, second-round pick by the Cubs in 2012, straight out of high school.
Van Polo says, sounds like someone's playing with a vibrator behind the camera. I guess that's about right. That's about right. Okay, so they can't hear it. So not Applable says, yes, I can't hear it.
I wish that was happening.
Triple
right
Beam
here.
says, yes, can barely hear it. Coco Bongo says, dentist office next door. No, it's Von Polo says, tell the camera crew to stop playing with the vibrators. Okay.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that idea.
Right.
Todd Raymond here's gargling.
All right, Jimmy the Bag. Any play you want to give on this Dodgers game?
Well, yeah, I want to fade Maeda. I want to fade Maeda, but I just wanted to talk it out because Young, Vaughn, Molly Mall, Mele Pelesway all on the Dodgers. It makes me very uncomfortable. Yeah, it's a Dwayne Underwood though. What are we gonna get in AAA Iowa? 3-7, 4.27 ERA, 1.24 WHIP. Maeda though just does not look good. It looks like that shoulder is irritating him. Last is just 3 2/3 against the Cubs. He's not going to go over 5 innings, but the Dodgers probably have the pen to take care of things. How high are the Dodgers pen ranked in your system right now?
The Dodgers pen. I can check right now. I'll bring it up right now. Let me see. Baseball sheet. Hold on 1 second. LA Dodgers bullpen. Overall, their pen is quite good, I believe. Oh no. Well, on the year they're just middle of the pack. And let's see. Recently, how have the Dodgers been? Just kind of middle of the packish. Yeah, not that good actually. Not that. Yeah,
Isan Solskjaer says if you want to fade Maeda, keep it simple. Cubs first 5. You're absolutely right, Isan. That would be the right play because the Cubs bullpen's been so terrible. The issue is Dodgers just hit 7 solo shots. Their offense is scary right now, and I just don't feel like that's the play. Brian Clark saying Dodgers over. Maybe that's the play. What do you get? That's a good idea, Brian Clark. But I mean, they've never seen Underwood. What's Underwood going to give us? The Dodgers are a tough out. The over right now is what 8.5 and moved up. From
it is.
8.
It is about 8.5. Yeah. So I rank the Dodgers bullpen very, very middle of the road.
Oh wow, Paulie D saying Dodgers got stuck in the airport for 6 hours last night. God, that's important stuff, Paulie. Thank you.
Okay, that game did not have an overnight line because of the pitching change, so I did not look at it. I'll look at it this afternoon. All right, Jim. Any other? Let's look at if there are any late breaking comments here. Todd Raymond leans over first five innings in the Dodgers game. Triple Beams taking the A's first 5 innings team total over 2.5. I think Zimmerman is in trouble first couple times through this lineup. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Benjamin Creasy says Dodgers traveling from East Coast. Yes, that's true. Looking if there's any comments that have to do with baseball edges or handicapping.
Triple Beams taking the Athletics first 5 team total over 2.5.
Yes,
I think Zimmerman in trouble first couple times through the lineup.
Yes,
and that. God, I would love to have a play on this game. And if who do you think's more susceptible between Edwin and Jordan right now? Jackson and Zimmerman.
Oh, I mean, either one of those guys. See, and the other problem with those guys is that sometimes they do have, when they're good, they are capable of the 6-inning 2-run type start. You know what I mean? Both of them. So it's as of right now, I just have no. I mean, obviously, if you're looking at the lefty righty splits, that would favor the A's, right? Strongly. Definitely. So if you based on that, you would expect Zimmerman to be more vulnerable here. But we'll see. All right.
What is the A's team total over? What is the best
game
money on the full game?
On Pinnacle, I could give you Oakland team total over 4.5 minus 114. 4.5 minus 114.
That's interesting, but I'm gonna McGokster saying the A's. God, it's Well, you know what? We have a few more minutes. If I need to come back to it, I'll come back.
Okay, so let's move on to the 2 World Cup games that are going today. Once again, and in the 6 o'clock show, Team Bankroll will join us, and we'll discuss most of the upcoming week's games in the World Cup. Should be fun. Should be interesting. We got 2 games coming up in about an hour. Portugal against Iran, and Iran is a scrappy team, right? Played strong defense-oriented games.
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe the first half under might be worth a shot here. Are they going to park the bus again and have some success with that?
I'm not a believer in Portugal, and maybe it just maybe I should just stop saying that because Ronaldo has looked very good, but.
No, I think the general consensus is that aside from him, they've been underwhelming in the World Cup, right?
And I think there's definitely going to be value fading them moving forward after this game. Is there value right now? Probably. Iran or draw plus 130. Just a draw plus 290. The under 2.5 minus 125.
Yeah, the under first half 1 minus 141. It feels like it's going to be another one of those 2-0, 1-0 games.
Bill Butlicker was handing out money to us too with the Lukaku anytime goal at plus whatever it was. He scored so easily. Yeah, these guys are the guys that we have. Wow, look at the Coco Bongos. His team Bankroll put me on Saudi to win. Wow, God. Abdul Baki saying since Iran must win halftime draw, Iran has to score to gain points. Parking the bus is not an option for them.
On the other hand, Gerald Martinez says absolutely will park the bus and look to counter late Iran +1. That's why this handicapping is so tough. Plus Money says parking the bus is not an option for Iran. Gerald Martinez says absolutely Iran will park the bus. Well, which is it?
Yeah, Abdul Baki saying Iran can hold on for the first half. That makes sense to me, that holding on for the first half and then going after the second half.
Right. I was thinking about the first half under. That was my sort of like no-brainer. Now I'm definitely a recreational, exceedingly amateur soccer bettor, even though I have been following it my whole career, but not too in depth. I was thinking that the first half under at 1 minus 141 might be a no-brainer type play.
Under 1 at minus 141?
First half might be a no-brainer type play.
What's the first half draw at?
First half draw, plus 120. Plus 120.
Yeah, Abdul saying that they will park the bus in the first half.
That's what I was thinking. And I will make that one an official play. The Portugal game, first half under 1 minus 141. First half under 1 minus 141.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a move here. I still have a lot of stuff in action. I got burnt by Russia in a lot of my futures, but I've got a bunch of futures that could cash and come in to take care of things.
Actually, I'm going to take the Pinnacle line, which is minus 126. Under 1, minus 126. Heritage has 141. I'm going to take the Pinnacle line. Iran, Portugal, under 1. First half, minus 126. It also feels like the full game under would be a decent bet as well, although, as people have said, things might, the game plans might change a little bit in the second half. Tom Reno says Iran has nothing to gain from a draw. There's no reason for them to sit back. In the first half, though, there is to shorten the game, right?
I agree, yeah.
So, Mr. Gokser99 says, I like that first half under. Ken Peacock says, Ronaldo wants goals for the golden boot. That's also true. Scotty Rock Forever says, Ronaldo can't do it on all on his own.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay off this. I feel like I feel uncomfortable not. If this was game 2 of the round robin, I would be comfortable with Iran knowing exactly what they're going to do, but they can't draw here. How much will that change a team that just wants to play defensively? So I'm gonna stay off this game. What about Morocco?
Hold on, Anwar Parker says the first half in World Cup is only minus 115 on the under. I'm going to check that right now. Yes, then the Morocco game is very interesting, Jim. Obviously, Morocco is eliminated now. I'm not sure how that plays out in the World Cup, but in other sports, a lot of times teams that have been eliminated from the playoffs or whatever, especially if they got a little bit shafted or were playing well leading up to their elimination, are very, very dangerous bets as spoilers.
Definitely.
Now, is that in play in the World Cup or not? Because Morocco is a massive underdog right now.
Is that in play against possibly the best team in the tournament? I don't know. Spain needs to deliver the goods here.
Yes.
Ken Peacock taking Portugal -1 and Spain -1. Alonzo Shiver says Portugal and Spain easy.
Portugal and Spain easy. He's talking about just on the money line,
Ken
right?
Peacock taking Diego Costa to score. I wonder what that pays. Let me look at that.
All right, I'm just going to add on from UWager minus 115. Anwar Parker, thank you so much. Anwar Parker went to UWager and found first half under 1 minus 115. Thank you very much, Anwar Parker. Some remote line shopping here.
Sure.
Yeah, that was the one play that I felt good about giving and betting. The Morocco game, I really don't know exactly what to think. Teddy B says, Loshak Jim, I'm giving you my play of the day. Teddy B, of course, we have had to shout out Teddy B multiple times over the past few weeks because his play of the days, his near locks, all that stuff have been great. Teddy B says, Spain is my favorite play. Spain has to win, and they will want to score goals in case they tied with Portugal. They'd also rather play Russia over Uruguay.
Oh, definitely. And but I mean, what's do you take him at minus 275?
Gerald Martinez says Spain -1. Morocco will play open and might score, but they don't have the quality. Spain to win to 0 is an option as well. All right, let me just quickly check what the
see what we get for -1.
Yeah, I'm looking right here. All right, I'm going to check at Heritage right now. Spain -1, and then I'm going to check Pinnacle. Other sites will probably have better lines if you shop around. Let me just find it. Let me find it. Spain -1, minus 160 at Heritage. Pinnacle probably has a little bit better.
That might be a gift unit. Let's see what I'm getting here at Bet365.
-1, minus 160 at Pinnacle. I'm sorry, at Heritage.
And here I'm getting convert. Okay, minus 180.
Minus 180. Okay, there you go. -1. Yeah, Spain -1 might be an easy money, no brainer. Don't think about it. Play. Gerald Martinez says Spain is going to win.
I'm going to do it. I agree.
Yeah?
I agree. I think that's just a quick unit ad. I'm only betting half unit. When I make the bets, I'm only betting half units. But here, I'll put a full unit on it. Here, I'll take Spain -1.
Okay, we'll give you the Heritage line right now. Spain -1, minus 160. If you shop around, you might be able to find better lines. Ken Peacock says -1, even -2 is live, guys. Gerald Martinez says Spain's going to win. David Garrard likes Spain-Morocco over 2.5. That might not be a bad play either.
But that's juiced in that direction, right? It's
Teddy B likes Spain -1. Let me just
minus 154 here at Bet365.
At the Spain Spain, Morocco over 2.5, -142 at Heritage.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with where I stand. Comfortable with that spot.
Okay, and Spain, Morocco 2.5. Yeah, okay, so it is just a little bit, but okay. Let me think about what I want to do now. Yeah, I mean, if the game plan here is that the question is, how is Morocco going to play? Are they going to play loose and open and allow goals, or are they going to park the bus?
There's no reason to park the bus now. There's now the reason to get a celebration in.
Reason to get a celebration in, huh?
Don't you think? I mean, it's not. There's no reason to be a fervent defensive squad here.
Unless they're thinking, let's just really play tight and try to steal a freaking win from these guys.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not. I wish Alex was standing beside us. Alex not right now to ask him that. My guess, my prediction would be that they're going to go out looser than they have been. Let's play some good football. Let's play some beautiful football. We don't no reason to have everybody back defensively.
That's what Drew Daddy thinks. Drew Daddy says Spain, Morocco, over. Morocco has nothing to lose. They're just going to score goals to have some type of celebration. Melas Palas way like Spain -1. David Garrard says, or Spain team total over 2 at -128. Mr. Gogster 99 says goals.
Yeah, I like where I stand. I'm going to leave it where I stand.
Okay.
I could understand adding a over 2 with Spain. But I'm comfortable where I stand.
Scotty Rock Forever says Morocco gets served today. Spain wins 3-0.
Maybe picking the exact score, but who knows? It's a little trickier when you know when you don't know how a team is gonna try, if the team's gonna try defensively or not.
All right, I'll join you on this one, Jim. I'll take Spain -1, -160, and I think I will take the over on this one, 2.5 -142. Morocco probably will have some fun, right?
I imagine so. That's how I would. I would predict if I was coaching. I'd be like, listen, let's try and get some joy out there.
Yes. All right, I'm going to take the Spain game over 2.5 -142. The big question is, can Morocco score? Because if not, then you don't want to take the over. You just want to take the Spain team total, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So let me see. Instead, I think I'm going to take that one. The Spain team total is just 2 -106. 2 -106. That is at Heritage right now. I'm going to take that one. I'm not going to take the over 2.5. I'm just going to take Spain team total. Actually, I'm going to take both of them. Over 2 -106. I will triple up, and I'll take the full game over 2.5 -142. 2.5 -142. I wound up tripling up on this Spain game, Jim, even though I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it.
Abdul saying most goals match in second half in Portugal-Spain match. Great double.
Yes.
Tomor saying Spain was held in check all game for the most part against Iran in a low-tempo game. They will want to run up the score in what should be a more open game.
Yes, I agree.
And Mr. Gokster says he's pretty high on Morocco to score.
Okay, so there we go. I've taken Spain -1 at 160. The Spain team total over 2 -106, and the full game over 2.5 -142. Jim's just on Spain -1 -160. You want to jump on some of these other plays with me, Jim?
No, I'm going to keep it smooth, keep it simple.
You sure?
Yeah, just that one play for -1.
All right, I guess that's it. We can wrap it up now. Let's see if there's any other comments here. Johnny DeBoss1 says over on both games. I disagree on the Iran game, but I definitely agree with the Spain game. Coco Bongo says Alec like both teams to score. I'm pretty sure. Teddy B says Spain will want to score goals. Okay, let's see. Melas Palas Way likes the over. Yes, there we go. Okay. Sounds good, Jim. Any final thoughts before we wrap this game up? Before I wrap the show up?
Lots of work to do on the baseball card.
Yes.
I felt like I'd done a lot of work, but I was very hesitant after the way last week went just to start giving out those plays. So all I have is the Rays at this point.
Yes. All right. So to sum up, Jim in soccer has Spain -1 -160 and an MLB Tampa Bay first half and full game money line. I've taken 4 plays in the 2:00 World Cup games. The first half under in Portugal, Iran under 1 -115, and I've tripled up on the Spain game. Spain -1, the over 2.5, and Spain team total over 2. And in MLB, I got the Angels second half -160, the Mets second half under, and the full game under, and the Miami second half under 3.5 at -130. And we'll be back at 6 o'clock Eastern time to review all this again. Thanks so much. Much love to all the regular viewers and the first time viewers and the second, third, and fourth time viewers. We love you all. We'll see you at 6 o'clock Eastern time.